We hear a lot today about mobile gaming and all the good and bad that comes with it. But that's in the modern day. What people seem to forget is that mobile gaming in all its forms has existed for quite some time. Today we're going to take a look at its analog form. You still with me? Good. Because here we go. One of the mainstays that's still being made today are these magnetic board games. This is one I had as a child, and of course, because the magnetic part is on the front, not the back, you will lose the pieces easily. Fortunately, they are fairly inexpensive and easy to attain. So easy to attain, I was able to get this entire box with all of this maker's library fairly inexpensively. So if taking a whole board game isn't your option, here you go. Just look on Amazon or any online retailer, or even some gas stations still, because that is a thing still. Amazing. For something equally pocket-sized yet a bit more exciting, we have from the past Tomy Pocket Games. Yes, of what is now Takara Tomy, because they were a toy company in Japan that shipped out a lot of things, including items like this. Here we have the rather standard maze game with a fantasy setting. You just set this part back here. Actually, press stop. Done this. Then, let's see now if you get the ball back to its original starting position. But yeah, basically you start the timer, the maze kind of has a time limit where you can hit from one end to the other, or if you're so inclined, you can hit these points markers with the numbers on them and do it within the time frame. People will know that you're playing this game. That is the way to avoid that. Well, that's what that was about. I know that there's also a lot of slider games like different versions of roulette and blackjack, items of that sort. Obviously the timer on that one's a little loose. Okay, this one we have Robot Factory. Here you see the points totals you get for making certain matches. You just unlock the mechanism, give her a spin, and see here now. Obviously there's going to be a tremendous difference when you actually lock these sets in, but it is at least possible. You get at least 10 spins on this one per game, and you have some interesting, very interesting options for points there. Now, personally, I've only gotten into like the first two. I have yet to see anybody with any sort of luck to get into either the 200 or even 99 point range. But it is an option and a significant challenge. For something perhaps a little bit more similar, we have a Starcades here. This one you would just wind up the tower here, let her rip, and then try to get the balls into the tower as best you can, as quickly as you can. Now, interesting thing is that, again, there's a very interesting scoring system here. Whereas, if you're able to get all 8 balls into the ships, you've definitely spent a lot of time doing this. And for a real challenge, try putting 2 of the same color balls in each ship. That isn't a challenge, that is an episode for insanity. And obviously, yes, I would be demonstrating this, but it seems as though after 30 plus years, the wind-up mechanism gave up the ghost, which is unfortunate. Now, obviously, your individual tastes will vary. Fortunately, there are plenty of options out there. I know that there's at least 4 versions of the Starcades, vast varieties of Tomy Pocket games, and yes, they do fit in your pocket, even, well, depending on the size of your pocket. And these you can find just about anywhere. So, for analog, you do have some options, but I know what you're thinking. What about digital? We'll get there. Oh yes, we will get there.